What's your name and where you calling from?
Zaiyahs house uptown.
Palmetto on a palmetto?
Zaiyahs house uptown.
Stop it, that's not hot.
Zaiyahs house uptown.
Oh, you think the wall is round, but it's flat.
Zaiyahs house uptown.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns. No steroids for Hank Aaron.
I saw Lena Horne back in the day walking down 57th Street, and I looked at her, and she like hushed me, like said hello, but like hushed me, like don't say anything, because people, probably harass her. Whatever.
Good old lady. She still look good.
Well, this was years ago. Lena Horne.
She
Look good. She thinks she's dead. Man.
She's dead now?
I hope so.
Anyway, we're not gonna, and that's what's going on with sports.
I mean, I don't hope anybody's dead, but I mean, Lena Horne, wow.
But they're good for her age. She aged very well for an older woman.
For a mummy. I mean, how old she gotta be? Lena Horne?
And that's what's going on with sports.
She cannot still be alive. Please, somebody find out if Lena Horne is still alive. Let us know, please. So you can send us some love. So thank you very much, young man. It's very informative as always. So where we going now?
Main topic.
Main topic. Okay, so basically the synopsis is, or the story is, as it was told to myself, is her husband. Well, she was calling in the middle of the night to go pick up her husband from the police station. She didn't know what the charges were. She found out when she got there. In their town, they have a policy of people who get caught doing like lewd acts.
Mm-hmm.
Either they got an area where they pick up prostitutes and stuff like that. They put them on Front Street. Put their name in the paper.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so they have two kids, a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old, both boys. The boys found out about it. They're all confused, because, friends tease you, what have you. They're going through it, not talking to the father. The father confided to the wife and said, hey, I have a problem. This is the first time I've done it. I've been doing this for years. This is the first time I got caught. He's thinking about therapy, what have you. She wants to stay with him. Her mom's old-fashioned, stay by your man, what have you. And the last piece of the puzzle is she wants to stay for the kids' sake, but she's a career-minded woman. She's in law enforcement, and she has political aspirations. And this can be an albatross around her neck. So she's thinking about jumping ship now before this gets any bigger, because, if she becomes, popular in political circles, this could come back to bite in the butt. What do you think about that, young man?
I think it's a tough one for the simple fact is that you already said that he showed his okay, yeah. It's tough because I know she has a passion for her career, but her family's there. I would say stick by him. My thing is, I hate to say this, she's gonna have to give up her passion for politics. No, she still can do politics, but this is just something that's gonna come out later on in politics. And it might, I don't know, she's trying to go for the town mayor or whatever office. She might not win based on this, but it ain't over with yet. So give it a shot. Just stay with him, work it out, try to get him some help, and then hopefully if she gets into politics, when she finishes her little law enforcement thing, or maybe be the I don't know, deputy mayor or whatever, put it out there early. Certain things you just want to come out early. You don't want nobody to, people know, so just put it out there early. Stay with them though. Stick by the family. The family comes first. Keep the family together. How do you say don't throw out the baby with the bathwater? The guy he got caught doing one thing. The man didn't do nothing. He's not going to prison. He just need to keep his clothes on in public. Period.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he took his clothes off.
Okay, but stop showing people your pollinator, man. That's it. Stop showing your pollinator around out in our town. Keep your pollinator to yourself.
You can do that online now. You don't have to.
But even in politics, wiener. So you don't.
He showed his wiener.
Yeah. So even that's not going to be good if she wants political.
Don't show your face.
But this day and age, the IP address, they can figure you out.
Oh, okay. Oh, they can track you down like that?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. I'm just like, that wasn't you.
But stick by, get the man some help. The man said he needs help. He likes to show his pollinator off. You know what? So funny? If I knew the brother, I'd be like, yo, you know what? This is a good opportunity for me to manage you and maybe put you in porn. You like the flash? You can make money off this. Put him in porn in the town. But no, you know what? Don't do that. Cause I keep forgetting politics. She wants to get in politics.
Look, I mean, just because you flash yourself doesn't necessarily mean you look like a porn star.
Porn stars don't have looks.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to look like anything to be a porn star. You just have to do porn. You have to be
Well,
willing.
maybe not the porn you look at. What you be watching?
What
People
kind
just look any old way?
porn is porn. I know you. Listen, son, you from the old school. You don't watch that vintage porn with the man and women. They just look like any old thing.
Oh, the ones I used to watch, the man would club the woman and drag her by her hair. That was the first porn.
One thing is this: stick by them, support them. Get through the rough times. You never know. The funny thing about it is, she may get into politics, and a lot of stuff may come out about her that he didn't know about. Maybe her wild college day. Who knows?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so stick by her. That's my thing. What about you, Zion? What do you say about that?
Well, they're saying that, they're asking for pollinator size. We didn't ask those questions.
Everybody knows.
It wasn't an in-depth interview. I would say stand by it. My main concern is not with the career. My main concern is with the kids. You got to put that back together.
Yeah, kids get teased. Oh, that's just
without a firm foundation. Whatever she tries to build is going to crumble. So they got to get that family together. They all need counseling, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And if they could get the counseling thing to work and get their heads wrapped around this, that Pop's got a problem. They say the first step is admitting you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Admitting you had a problem. Normally when you get busted,
you always admit when you're always sorry when you get caught.
Yeah. Or you can lie and say it wasn't you. Someone else. I don't know these. Some people will take that to the grave. It wasn't me. You know what I saw online? Not to get on another subject. That prison in Texas that killed its 500th person, and it was a woman. They were giving them the electric chair or the lethal injection.
Okay.
They found out that they record everybody's last words. All 500 people. They give you the last thing to say. I was online reading them.
And the last meal, right?
But they ain't talking about the last meal. They just told the person, they showed a picture of them, their crime, and their last words were typed out. And
I guarantee that most of them said they didn't do the crime.
No. A lot of them said, I'm sorry for killing your loved one. I don't know what I was thinking. I really apologize, from the bottom of my heart. But, thank you, Pastor so-and-so, for helping me. I know I'm going to a better place, and I hope you can find peace. Some people were like, it wasn't me. Killing the wrong person. It was Donnell Brown that did it. I don't know how some people were like, yeah. But a lot of people was like, okay, I'm ready to go. That's the part that got me. After you make your statement, mine would be like a filibuster. I'd be going over days just talking to keep from getting killed. These people were giving short little speeches, maybe 2 sentences, and then saying, okay, I'm ready. I was like, wow. I'd be like, wait. I forgot. The person receiving the BET award. I like to thank my agent. And the music be playing. I'd still be trying to talk. What did you say? What was that on Dave Chappelle?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. You play the wrap it up music. Run it my mouth. But I didn't mean to get off the topic. But if you get a chance, look that up. The last woman that was killed last person that was killed was a woman. That's why they brought it up, because it was a 500 person. I'm going to put the link on the Facebook page. People can check it out. like I said, counseling for the whole family. See how that works out, and then you make the decision after that. Because you got to save your kids. You got 2 kids that had their father, arrested for something that's very embarrassing. And depending on the town, you might want to. If you're in law enforcement, he might have to give up his job as part of the deal, and y'all move someplace else.
Now, Zai, real quick, let's switch it. Say it was the wife that did it, and you was the husband.
Oh, you leave her. She's gone. Please, knock it off.
So it's a double standard.
Yeah, this is a double standard.
Interesting.
Yeah, you come pick your wife up. What did she do? She was exposing him.
Yeah, we see it's a double standard, ladies. You got to be a queen, because if not, you're going to be community property. Y'all don't want to be community property, ladies. We got to treat you accordingly.
That's why you got to show it. What is that about? I can understand if we was in New Orleans and I was upstairs in the hotel room sleep and they said your wife was flashing up, her breast.
You come back with 1 million beads.
Yeah, you come back with some beads. Or you come back with no beads and you was just flashing for the hell of it.
And not even a food voucher. Nothing.
Nothing.
Please get us a food voucher.
Come back with a bunch of lighters or something.
But on that note, Zai, we're going to get into ZSAs. Ready for ZSAs?
Yeah, well, we got to take a break for 1 second.
All right, we'll take a quick break, come back with ZSAs, and we'll come back with the question from the man.
I always used to use condoms every time I had sex. It just got so boring. It was all glove and no love. My friends told me about a way, though, that I can improve my sex life. It's called unprotected sex. And ever since I've been raw dogging it, sex has never been better. Never been better. Now it's all love, no glove.
Unprotected sex may not be for everyone. Side effects include genital warts, yellow or green discharge, swollen lymph nodes, painful urination, body aches, pregnancy, dark urine, skin rash, HIV, chills, muscle aches, skin folds, loss of sight, thrush, diarrhea, vomiting, canker sores, nausea, stomach aches, sore throat, swollen glands, and trouble urinating. Other symptoms may include baby drama, baby mama's mama drama, multiple clinical visits, prescription refills, commitment drama and girlfriend fights, parental beatdowns, dirty dingling reputation, and deep lasting regret.
Oh, ain't nothing particular about this girl. She be the one I've been waiting for. Got all I need, oh yes indeed. She be the one so perfect for me. I can't call it at the moment, but whatever it is, she got it. So come experience my passion, baby. I'd love to make you mine. You redefine my love, redefine my love, redefine my love, baby. That's how you keep me love, how you keep me love, how you keep me love, keep me love. Loving you so crazy. Oh yes I do. Oh yes I do. Oh yes I do. I'm loving everything about you, babe. Oh yes I do. Oh yes I do. Oh yes I do. Loving you so crazy. Every time I think where I could be, my mind paints a picture of just you and me. Please forgive me, I don't know where to stop. Don't wanna lose your love before we get to start. I'll be the man that you want me to. So keep a stress-free point of view. Come on and walk through the door. Baby, I've been what you've been waiting for. How you redefine my love, redefine my love, redefine my love, baby.
Okay, we back, and we still black. And Zai, you ready to get into some ZSAs?
Oh yes, I was warming my voice up while Joe Tex was singing "Skin Legs and All." That's like a throwback from back in the '60s. But y'all don't know nothing about that. Okay, so we're gonna go to ZSAs, and for those of you that don't know, ZSAs are Zaiyahs House Service Announcements, not to be confused with public service announcements. It's part of the show of myself and Brother Uptown. Talk about topics that we're passionate about, but it's not official until I sing the ZSA song, and it goes a little something like this. Sing along if you know the words. It's ZSA time with Uptown and Zaiyah. It's ZSA time. We're gonna take you a little dramatic pause. Higher, and on that note, Brother Uptown's gonna give his ZSA.
Okay, my ZSA for the week is things you should spend more of.
Whatever you mean, young man.
Okay, in this world, as people, sometimes we spend more on things we shouldn't be spending more on. We should have other things. For example, ladies, you should spend more money on a good bra or having numerous bras than shoes. Most women, Zaiyah, have more shoes than they have bras. So they have like 100, I had 100 pair of shoes, girl. But she got that 4 dingy bra she always wear when go out with that man. Or the bra so tight that the bosoms just pop up the front. You know why? She need another bra. She don't have enough bras. You should spend more money on your bras than your shoes then. Fellas, men, you have some men, I got 70 pairs of tennis shoes, I got the new Jordans, the new this, the new that. But they don't have enough boxes and socks, I'm hearing. Women saying that these men are buying Zaiyah $140 pair of sneakers. And then when they come visit them and take off their sneakers, they got holes in their socks. Come on, listen, man. And their boxes got Hershey Highway stains on them. They got mud butt stains on their boxes. Because they don't have enough boxes. How you got more $100
They don't
pair?
have enough toilet paper.
Well,
They have no boxes.
well, fellas, listen, man. You got all them tennis shoes. You know, your footwear looks nice, I guess. But you don't have enough understuff like t-shirts, boxes, and socks, man. They looking dingy.
They got those new wipes that you can wipe yourself with and throw it away.
What, wet wipes?
Well, I wouldn't know whether they're wet wipes, but they're wipes. And I gotta find those things because that whole smearing thing is, well, we'll talk about that another time. Go right ahead, young man.
You know, so brothers, get it together. Ladies, get it together. I mean, come on now. This is ridiculous, you know. Also, a lot of y'all ladies have more pocketbooks than you have arms. You only got 2 arms, some of y'all. Those with 2 arms, but you got 100 purse. A purse for this, a purse for that, a purse. You actually don't need that many pocketbooks, ladies. I know you think you do, but you really don't need. A woman don't need 4 Coach boxes, this dookie, that. You only got 2 arms. You only wearing 1. You know, sometimes they overdo it, the ladies.
But I mean, some people feel the same way about women. You know, you only need 1 woman, gentlemen. You don't need 4 or 5 women. You know, you can only wear 1 woman at a time.
But no, Zai, that's a whole different ZSA.
But I understand what you're saying. But I'm just like, as far as your argument is concerned, you know, saying that somebody has an abundance of something that other people might find frivolous, but people pick their poisons. You know, I might spend a lot of money on one thing, where you might spend a lot of money on something else.
I get you, but this is my ZSA.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying.
This is okay. Okay, that's okay. It's all right. Also, men, you should have more shirts with a collar than you have white tees to wear on a regular day. You got more brothers with like 50 pairs of white t-shirts. You know, they had a song. Yeah, I go out with my white tee. I do this with my white tee. I take the garbage out with my white. Listen, I get the white tee thing in the summer. I get it. Men, not boys. Men, you should have more shirts with a collar, men, than white tees. Man, come on, stop it. Grow up a little bit. That's just my thing. Parents, you should spend more time with your kids than the kids spend with grandma. Period. You out there ripping and running, trying to live your life still being young, and grandma spend more time with the kids. They calling you, hey yo Kevin, hey Pat, and calling grandma mom. Stop it. Spend more time. Come on, you should spend more time with your kids than grandma. Grandma only supposed to get the kids once in a blue moon when the grandparents want them. You know, summertime come, the grandparents may want the grandkids for 2 weeks. That's cool. They go back home. Not they got the kids all the time, and they go with their parents for 2 weeks. I mean, what kind of nonsense is this? Come on, stop it, people. You know. Also, parents, you should spend more time and having patience helping your child with math, reading, and anything academic wise than you be on that line for the new iPhone. When it comes to your kid, come on, 1 + 1 is 2. I'm tired of this. I'm impatient. What time is the line for the iPhone start? Let's go over there and wait 4 hours for it. No, stop it, parents. Switch that around. Spend more time helping them kids with that education and academics, and don't worry about that line. They be on that line, Zaiyah, with that iPhone. I mean, come on, I've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you should spend more time doing that. Okay, that's ridiculous. Also, parents, you should spend more time taking your kids on community excursions or outings than letting them play video games in the house all day. They in the house playing 5 hours of video game, and you want to take them to the store and back for that's their daily exercise. No, take them kids out to the park. Let them go out and live a little, and spend less time, especially in the summertime, on them video games. Get it together, people. Come on. Another one. People, you should spend more time face-to-face with your friends and family, visiting them, than texting them and being on Facebook. Spend more time talking to your friend on Facebook than actually seeing them at an event. Come on, switch that around. That makes no sense. It wasn't meant for that. This technology wasn't meant for you to spend less time on a one-on-one conversing with somebody.
Yes, it was.
I'm stopping, Zaiyah.
Okay. You think Facebook doesn't want you on Facebook 24/7?
I know they want you on
now
Facebook.
You know what I'm saying? You said, but it wasn't meant for that. Yes, it was.
No, it was meant for that, but life wasn't meant for you to do that. It's meant for you to be still visiting people, still, engaging.
Yeah.
Not going on Facebook to say, I need to talk to my son. Let me go on Facebook. No, go upstairs and talk to your son or your daughter. Come on, cut it out. And last but not least, people, you should spend more time making love and less time arguing. And that's my ZSA from me to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
More time making love, less time arguing.
There you go.
More time making love, less time arguing. That's an interesting concept. Thank you very much, young man. We appreciate it always. Pecans came in right after I sung the ZSA song, so I'm going to sing a little snippet. It's ZSA time. What time is it? It's ZSA time. I'm going to take you a little. Hiya. Welcome. My ZSA is basically, it's time to grow up.
Whatever do you mean, Zaiyah?
But what I mean by that is, I'm noticing that guys, especially like guys in their 30s and 40s, 50s too, but I'm noticing like 30s and 40s, those people who wanted to be a rapper or wanted to be, whatever,
NBA player at 42?
Yeah, whatever it is that they wanted to do, they sometimes do it to excess, but they have kids. But either they're in a relationship where the woman in the relationship is taking on a substantial role because he's busy pursuing a rap career at 35, or any other number of things. And I'm not saying that, you're trying to kill somebody's dreams. It's not that you're trying to kill their dreams. It's their dreams are not in perspective with their age.
I agree with you 100%.
And then it goes to the way they carry themselves. They want to have their pants sagging. They want to use the N-word for every other word. They want to be down, you know. And instead of them taking the youth, like these little kids that's running around with the N-word and all of that stuff, and pulling them up, they're going down to their level because they want to fit in. It's like you watch the BET Awards and these award shows, and you see somebody like 2 Chainz up there, and he'll sing a song, and you're like, what is that song? I never heard of that. But you'll see people your age, actors and actresses, they're out there mouthing all the words. You're like, they're clearly not interested in that music, but they want to fit in.
Right.
You know, like Clive Davis says, oh, I listen to all this new music, you know, just to keep abreast of what's going on. Knock it off, Clive Davis.
But he's a business. He's about business.
Yeah.
He don't care about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm gonna go home and take it and listen to it. Yeah, knock it off. You're a businessman, and a very smart one. But yeah, that's my Zaiyahs. It's just like, you know, it's time to grow up. Like one day you get up and you have to say, you know what? I'm a grown ass man. Let me start acting like one.
Yeah, you can't be saying, hey, yo, Mom, don't be. I gotta go to the studio, you know, so I can't take the kids to school 'cause it's studio time.
It's my little man. You know, you want your son to be your boy instead of being your son. And then when you get older, you realize that he acts more mature than you do, and he has no respect for you. You know, it's just like grow up. You know, you're over a certain age, no baseball caps on backwards. I mean, baseball caps should be an option. Some people, that's the only hat they have. It's baseball caps. That's all they wear. Baseball caps, Timbs, baggy pants, and a big old shirt. You know, that's there. And if they go to like a wedding or something, you could tell they're out of sorts because they got the suit on that's too big for them. They try to have like a baggy suit. It's just like, you got a baggy suit with like some tube socks.
And some Zaiyahs.
Yeah. You know, or they go to get the cheapest shoes they can find at one of them like fashion shoe places for men. Like you can tell the shoes are like disposable shoes. If they get wet, you can't wear them no more. And then that little emblem that says the designer's name that's on the sleeve, they don't take it off.
Yeah, still there.
You know, you go on a funeral and it's the only guy, cornrows, sneakers, and a baggy suit, and the emblem's still on his, you know. And you know, and another thing is, when you get a certain age, you should walk a certain way. I mean, I we had that discussion before. You said you always walk the same,
Right.
but nothing can be further than the truth. Nobody walks the same in all instances. I mean, you might think you do, but if you got locked up and you walking in the child hall, you're not gonna walk the same way you walk when you going in subways, looking up at the menu, trying to decide what hero you want. I mean, it's just different situations. If you're going on a job interview and you got a suit on, if you're in church, every situation I go in, I discovered when I was a kid, that's all an act. They say act as if to become as if.
Yeah, of course.
So you going into the situation, a job interview, it's an act. You got to get into character.
You do the 145 walk. 145, 145.
Whatever works for you, you know. But you got to get into character. It's just like if you going in the room to chastise your kid because he did something in school that was wrong, but you find it hilarious. You know, you get the letter and you crack it up, or the teacher calls you and you're like laughing because your kid is small. Now you got to go in the room. You got to get into character. You can't go in there and laugh. You did what? Ha ha ha. You got to get into character and explain to your child why that what they did is inappropriate. You know, you can't be your kid's best friend. You got to be a parent. But basically, let me just wrap this up. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're an adult, act like an adult. Damn it, stop acting like a child. I'm sick of saying men my age or a few years younger, or maybe 1 or 2 decades younger, acting like fools because they want to fit in with the younger crowd. You know, and that's my Zaiyahs from me to you.
Well, very informative, Zion. I'm with you 100% on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
100%. And those rappers that want to be rapping at a late age, you know what you can do, Zion? They can actually try to get a lawyer, entertainment lawyer, and get a deal where they can be a writer for the youth. You know, What you do, take some young guys under your wing
Yeah.
and write for them.
But
You understand? And go that, do that Jermaine Dupri route with
But-
Chris Cross and things like that.
but people from my era can't. But I'm not saying can't, but the way people rap when I was coming up was hat, fat, sat, and black. You know, like Spoonie G or Love Buck Starsky or Real Roxanne. And then you had the newer people that came on after her, like Bone Thugs and NWA and
Rakim and
Rakim and Richard rap differently. And then you had the next generation, and now you got these gold all in my chain, gold all in my watch. How do I can't rate that. Don't believe me? Just watch. Come on, man.
I was like, okay, let me see. You've been doing your homework.
Yo, they played so much, man.
We found out Zion try to do the, he try to bring them in the studio and get something going.
No, not at all.
They gonna be in the studio, I ain't gonna be on the drums. And
Yeah, me and my gray hairs. Right? The Zaiyahs and the gray hairs. That's the name of my group.
oh man, but very good Zia set.
That if people knew that they came from royalty, you wouldn't be so quick to shoot each other down. If you knew that we come from kings and queens, the B word wouldn't roll so easily off your tongue.
Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches here.
Like Hannibal Barker at 22, I gotta regroup them because it's obvious they haven't got a clue. From the land of pharaohs and the sphinx, pay close attention to what I'm spitting for a second, don't blink. Nefertiti floating through my veins is clear. We don't act like royalty, we too busy playing thug, let's get it clear. Know the difference where you been and where you at. Since you're losing sight of what's real, I'm gon' bring it right back. Cause we
started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches here.
I was always told I was a king, but I was too young, I couldn't comprehend the meaning. I was just a teen then, but now I think I got it. We was in Asia, Europe, the tropics. We was in America for they was in America. Shit, why you think they scared of us? You better know we dangerous. Your mind is like a weapon, bro, so load it up and cock it. And know what you be talking about, all that Facebook popping for real.
Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches here.
Rap music offensive to many people.
Well, they're a little slow. They made a lot of money from it. But you know, I want to say this in closing, that gangster rap is really a mirror of American society.
Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches here.
Hieroglyphs of scientists, astronomers, ships filled with soap, silk, gold, and diamond. From a lineage of kings, queens, and conquerors. Hard to believe when we killing for sneaks. Our daughters wanna be freaks, they handing out felonies just for blowing a tree or two. Need I read in between for you? Seems I do, cause you don't understand. Not talking just me and you, a whole culture of people.
Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches here.
Nigga this, twerk that, now we don't feel that. Pop it here, drop it there, why they teaching y'all that? The only way I think I can explain it, you really don't know what your name is. Kings and queens from Africa, yeah, I'm taking it back to the land where it all originated at. They thought that we was never gonna make it, but the power goes back generations.
Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole coaches here. Started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now hip hop. Here, started from the top, now we're here. Started from the top, now my whole culture's here.
Where we going to now, young man?
We're gonna get into the question.
Which is?
But the thing that got sent in, and basically it's like this. He said that him and his lady went out to an event together, right? Out dancing, and he didn't think this was a big deal. He said, and then I kind of like thought about it. I said, okay, there's certain ways you have to do this. Him and his lady went out to an event that it was her event, her and her family event, something like that. That she had tickets. She invited him. Okay, he said, okay, baby, no problem, let's go. They went. It was predominantly more women than men. I don't really know the ratio. He just said it was just way more. So we say 5 women to 1 man. I don't know what that ratio. So he said they get to the event, they go inside, they're having their drinks, they're sitting down on like a little lounge couch, talking, whatever, and some songs come on. There's a dance floor there, but he's not on the dance floor. They're on the side. You know, like a couple of songs came on. He gets up and he starts to dance in front of her. Like, oh, it's my jam, just dancing, no big deal. And she sat there. So he, another song came on, he danced, he just dancing. Then eventually he said, hey, you want to come make it up and dance? She was like, no. So right then he said he knew that it was a problem. But no problem. He's just, he's just dancing, and he sat down the rest of it. She's like, so you're just doing your own thing. Why don't you just go ahead and do your own thing then? He didn't understand what was the problem. He's like, I'm not dancing with a woman. I'm not even on a dance floor. I'm standing up dancing next to you. But she was like, well, you don't see everybody just watching? I'm your lady. You just getting up and boogie-woogieing on your own. He was like what he did wrong. And she was like, well, what you should have did is waited till I was ready to dance and we get up and dance together. So now he was trying to say that when you go out with a woman, is there a certain etiquette you do when you go out with a female, when y'all go out together? Should you wait until she say, let's get up and dance together, instead of him just getting up and just dancing on his own? Even though he's not on the dance floor, or, he said, oh, we'll dance with another woman. What's the proper etiquette to do that, to keep peace?
They're in a relationship?
Yes.
And they've been together for a minute. Well, they've been out dancing numerous occasions, I'm sure.
No, actually, well...
This is the first time.
It's the first time he did that.
That got up and started dancing?
He got up and started dancing without...
Somebody was watching him. Somebody else was watching him. That's what disturbed her. She saw some other chicks at another table looking over there at him, and she got upset. That's the only reason why you would get mad if your person was standing up dancing. Like if you was with a woman and she had on low-cut cleavage and a big old butt, and you sitting there with her, and then you see some guys across, and you might notice, like, she looks out the corner of her eye. She's not staring at them, but all it takes is for you to see her look over there one time. And you see them looking, and now she's standing up and dancing and wiggling. Oh, this is my song. And you sitting there, and they looking. It's almost like she's a stripper for them. They're undressing her with their eyes, and you're, like, sitting there. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, do you want to dance? It's just like, well, you... And entertain the troops. Just, so I can understand in that context.
Right.
But I think in all reality, did he ever ask her if she wanted to dance before he started dancing?
He just got up and danced.
And he never asked her?
No. He just got up and just started just dance while they was drinking right there.
Oh, no, he's a fool. That was stupid. He's supposed to say, come on, let's go out there and such and such. And when she go, oh, no, I'm not ready yet. Because, a lot of times people don't want to go out there till the dance floor's full.
Then he never went to the dance floor.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. It's like you offer, and a lot of times, like, I'll go out and dance when the light is still on. If the music is good,
right.
I want to dance. Now, some people, no, they got to turn the lights down, and they got to be plenty of camouflage on the dance floor so people can't really see me, Certain people got to make a space, so everybody look at me. So, I mean, in that situation, he didn't ask her to dance first, and that should have been the first person. What we going to now, young man?
Let's take a quick break, and we're going to come back. We got some more questions people sent in.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back.
The fresh get fresher, yes, and step up, I go in, never, yes, your pressure, rock, your pleasure for the pressure that house, we did up and bring it down like ever you walk right around so expedient, every show you see me, deep concentration, yes, your pleasure to rock, your pleasure for the pressure that house, spin it up and bring it down like ever your house, so we can roll with the rockers and never they come, and that's how no man is right around so expedient, every show you see me, deep concentration,
We're gonna get into this thing where they said how to make it with your partner after a fight. They give you 8 key elements to make it with your partner after a big fight. And and they say that both parties need to take responsibility for it. So you ready for that?
I most certainly am.
Okay, they say that the first thing is to look beneath the argument. And basically what they're saying is that most of the time when a person argues, when a couple argues, it's always something under it. It ain't really that's what it was. That was the thing that exploded. You know, things build up, and then boom! But actually it was a lot of things that was going on way before that. So they say you need to get to the root of what's going on. You know, it could have been something that happened a long time ago, you know, and then each couple, man or woman, they didn't even, you know, but that piled on top of that. So they said the first thing is to get, you know, communicate with your spouse and say, yo, okay, listen, what really happened? And then get to the real root. And you'd be surprised, it's like 2 weeks ago, you know, when you did this and that with Charmaine or Kenneth, when you went out and you stood to 3 a.m, and then all of a sudden I see the pattern of you. That's the key element. So they said that's one way to make up with your partner. Get to the root of it. Don't let that, you know, and to get back to it. Number 2, it said communicate what most trust for you in one sentence. You know, learn how to practice nonviolent communication. It's another thing you should do. Don't get angry behind it. Like yelling, nobody hears anything when you yell. But when you talk, you can actually listen to one another. You know, it's not like, oh, well, she's yelling and I'm gonna yell, and then I'm gonna project my voice, and then she, you know, and then they said nobody hears anything. So now you're just being malicious, and now you're gonna say some things that's gonna be hurtful. So they said you need to communicate at a nice tone for everybody can hear each other. Meaning that you don't have to. They say you don't have to yell. You should be able to to communicate. You know. Number 3, they said take responsibility. stop pointing blame on something. Say, you know what? Okay, you know what? Maybe I overreacted, or maybe I did this and that, and then the other person should be able to say, you know what? You're right. I overreacted. You know, that brings it down to a certain level. What do you think about that, Zaiyah?
I mean, all of that is good after the aftermath, you know. But when, you know, they say cooler heads prevail.
Right.
Like when you cool up, yeah, but when you pissed, I mean, it's just like sometimes you tell a person, give me a minute. So I think that's part of it. You know, if a person says, give me a minute, I'm not ready to talk about that, then I think that should be part of it also.
And that's number 4, because you say that. It says be humble. You know, this is not what, you know, any of us wanted. Can we take a breather?
Yeah.
And it said, can we take a breather first? And it said that. Take a minute to step away and then come back and discuss it. So basically just giving yourself a timeout.
Yeah.
And you know, this used to be done, they said, back in the days when, like, I don't know if people remember that, you know, some of these people, some of our people are younger people, they went behind the ears. When the cops came for domestic disputes, they didn't arrest anybody. What they used to do to the man was to tell the man, hey, God, hey, stop that. Go take a walk around the block and come back. Cool off.
Yeah.
That used to be the thing they used to do before the O.J. Simpson trial. They started putting down that domestic violence law.
Back in the days when men slapped women when they were hysterical.
Okay.
Slap. I didn't want to do that, you know,
Yeah.
and bring it to a sense that you can't do.
Yeah, we don't listen. We don't promote violence here, but
There's no walks around the block and there's no more slaps.
right. But they say that take a breather, take a minute to get it together. And the same thing was take a walk around the block and then come back and say, you know, are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, and then continue to what's going on. You know, and they say some things you got to come to a win-win situation. You know, because they say at that point both people want to win the argument, but you have to come to a point where, like, you know what? If we keep going back and forth, this ain't gonna get us nowhere. We have to come to a win-win situation where y'all both feel like that. So, you know, you both say, you it's okay for that person to be right and you to be right. And this is so funny because a lot of people always say, oh, a man can never be right with a woman. A man can never be right with a woman. But they say that's not a good thing because that means that man is just, he's just pacifying them. Yeah, whatever. But he still feels a certain way.
It depends on how long you've been married.
Well,
happy wife, happy life. I mean, and it's funny, I laugh at my son sometimes. It's just like, you learn over time, you could either be right or you could be happy. So you could try to prove that, I was right because here are all the facts and see, I got sworn affidavits and pictures and, minutes from the court stenographer and all. And you could be right, but the rest of your life will be miserable. Or you could say, you know what, dear? I've seen the error of my ways. You are absolutely right. And they give you that look like, this MF is just saying that, so I'll shut up. But you don't give it away. You just stick to your guns. You're absolutely right. What was I thinking? And then you go back to watching the game. So you either want to argue the rest of the night about something you absolutely know or feel that you're right about, or you want to just concede. I mean, what did they say about that? What good is it to win the such and such? I don't remember that saying. If somebody remembers it, please. We use it in the chat room a lot. Or if somebody knows it, want to call in. You win the battle and you lose the war or whatever. It's like you can't sleep in the bed. You can,
right.
You're going to be up half the night arguing, so you're going to be late, or you're going to get to work and you're going to feel terrible. Your day's going to be tough. You win. You're absolutely, you're just saying it. No, I'm not. I understand that you're absolutely right. I was wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. And you go to bed. And you go in the other room, and if you have a dog, you talk to the dog. She makes me sick. But that's from somebody who's married a while. When you're young, you still go in there and try to win the argument.
Also, number 6, they say that at some point, sometimes you have to let your partner learn his or her own way. Like, you can see that, oh my God, doing it that way is going to be wrong. So instead of arguing, like, say if you go, I want to fix the kitchen sink or whatever. Like, well, you know you need this tool, that tool, you need to get that. No, I'm going to do it the opposite. And sometimes instead of arguing all day, let them trial and error. And then when they say, what was that word you said again? Do it A, B, then D. Oh, okay. Sometimes you have to let people, no matter what it is, let them fall flat on their face for certain things. Nothing trivial, but instead of just arguing about it, let them do it their way. It's called trial and error, they said. Sometimes people have to learn for themselves, and then you go, how's it working? You know what? You know you was right. This way they'll come to you later, some people, and say that you was right.
Cool.
He said some people.
Females?
Sorry, we're not getting gender yet.
I'm just saying, ain't a woman gonna come here and say you were right, I was wrong.
Well,
not when you expected it. I mean, they may make you a nice meal and do everything else to show, but they're not gonna say the words.
Some women will admit they're wrong.
And then they burst into flames.
Nah, sorry. Some women,
yeah, right. That is.
Some women will admit they're wrong.
Okay.
And some men would say they're wrong too.
A man will say he's wrong because he has to. He wants to get some sleep. A woman, please. So you're gonna apologize to me or what? It's not something smart to say and walk out the room.
Also, number 7, they said that as soon as you can appreciate your partner for the positive things they do, it helps the healing process. After all of that, say say something nice, something encouraging, something babe, whatever, you're a great cook, and you're a great listener, something to to bring down the issue and then finish discussing it. Will help out the situation.
I like what they do on the TV show. You know I love you, right?
Yes.
You lower the boom.
See, they say, it is funny when women do admit when they're wrong. Okay.
Yeah, right. Months later. They come to visit you in prison. Over that little phone thing.
I do admit when I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, over the in the eulogy.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to say, baby, wherever you at.
If anybody got anything good to say, please speak now.
Yeah.
I just want to say I was wrong. This time, that time, this time. Come on, the man in the grave. Come on. And they said, and last but not least, they said set boundaries. If your argument has been a nasty one and you may want to make an agreement with your partner about the boundaries and terms of your relationship, for example, they say agree not to call each other nasty names.
Yeah, I don't play that.
Agree not to argue in front of the kids, in front of company, and that means like family members.
Streets, all of that.
Yeah, they said that set boundaries. That certain things should be done in a later form. Maybe an example. Maybe you're at a barbecue. And if something came up, it can be maybe you had an issue with an ex, whatever it might be, y'all. An ex may be there. Somebody, and then you know what? We'll discuss this as when we get home. And y'all both agree. Put on your game face, put a smile on, and then when you get home, you discuss it. They said make sure you set boundaries on that argument.
Don't call me out my name. Don't Don't hit me. Don't There's certain things I'm just gonna walk away and keep walking. You ever heard somebody like curse me out, like call me MFs?
I mean, and this thing happens all the time. It happens so many times, ridiculous. I can remember when me and brother Zaiyahs went out carousing around when we went on our told Zaiyahs to go out carousing, and we was at a venue, and the young lady / old woman,
told
her man, she saw her significant other. I will punch you in the, and she did it to embarrass him.
Yeah.
And he looked like, and the face on his look.
Man, he looked like he was scared to get punched.
He was like, and he didn't know what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
I think he was like saying, "Yo, baby, let's talk about this later." Later, I got to embarrass you in front of these people.
In your face. It's like, wow. When she said it was like she meant it, and he was like,
wow.
Well, she's punched me before, so let me, I don't know if I can handle that.
Don't do it. And these are some of the 8 steps. How to make it with your partner after a fight, people. So take that, write that down, jot it down, and don't do it. Don't argue in front of the kids, please.
I have a foolproof way that you can win any argument with any woman.
What is that, Zai?
Okay. Take a break. We'll be back in a second.
Back in a hot minute, we got another hot time.
I'll tell you one thing. You remember Baby Boy?
Mm-hmm.
He was hitting and he told her, I want you to make me some
tacos.
I want you to make me some tacos. Did she make them
Yvette,
tacos?
she made them tacos. Yvette made them tacos.
You just got to catch them during.
Even though Yvette was kind of shysty, she let the old Snoop come in the house.
But that wasn't during. They do anything during. A woman do anything during. Okay. Oh, give me your PIN number. Okay, it's 2, 1, 3. You know, she might change it after you finish, but she gonna give you that PIN number. If you putting in work, please.
Give me your girlfriend's number.
That's right.
777-9311.
Right. Get on the phone. Hello, Doris. Hold on. Bobby want to talk to you. You just got to be hitting it. You hitting it, she will do anything. Ma, I hate you. You know, she'll do anything you tell her to do. But when you finish, wash your own socks. You know, it's she go back to the same old evil person she was before.
Hello, caller, you on the air. What's your name and where you calling from?
Zaiyahs house uptown.
Palmetto on a palmetto.
Zaiyahs house uptown.
Stop it, that's not hot.
Zaiyahs house uptown.
Oh, you think the world is round, but it's flat.
Zaiyahs house uptown.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Do you like it?